Good evening. This is Digital Asset Guy. Hope you're all doing well. So it is November 18th, Tuesday. We've got Bitcoin here at 92,634. Kind of a little bit of a green day, but not much. Ethereum is at 3,115, up 3% on the 24. Tether right about $1. XRP 221. We're going to reject all of those. BNB 938 up 3%. Solana is up almost 6%. But if we look at Solana on the month, it's kind of had a rough month. I went ahead and unloaded some risk off the table up here right at $206 is where it was when I clicked. Excuse me, still dealing with my ragweed and tree bark allergy. It's just awful. Keep losing my voice, running the humidifier, but it's awful. I think we need a good snow to take care of it is really what it is. Anyway, we've got Tron. Tron surprises me with how strong it's been this entire bull run. Justin Sun has kept it in the top 10 for, I don't know, maybe 7 years now. We had this nice run up here to 42 cents. The weirdest looking chart. I've never seen a chart look like this where it ran way up to all-time high and then kind of came back near it, but it's kind of a weird chart, but it's a cool chart. I got into Tron at like 2 and 3 cents back here. Wish I would have bought more like all these things, but I unloaded a bunch up at the top there. Dogecoin, having a kind of a good day, 5% on 24 hours. I bought my Dogecoin back here when it was free, and it was a wild ride. I should have sold it right here. This was the night Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live talking about Dogecoin. So anyway, pretty boring day in the market, although we are coming down. If we look at Bitcoin on the month, it's pretty gnarly. In my opinion, it looks like it could be confirmed now that we have at least made a local top. If we zoom way out here, that looks like a local top to me. Just like this was a local top. That's kind of a local top. 2, maybe 3. This was like a retrace. And I think that we just made a local top. Even if we come back up to make another high, that would be really impressive if we did that. But I'd still call that a local top. I'm no blockchain backer, but today I posted this in my private Facebook group. Looks pretty similar to me. This is 2021's top, and this is 2025. This is where we're at right now. See how we got that one push to all-time high and then just a tiny bit past it? Same exact thing in 2021. So, again, I am no blockchain backer. He, basically watching his videos, I've learned to do this a little bit, but really it was living through this in 2021. I remember exactly the sentiment, the same tweets and everything that I've been seeing. Speaking of blockchain backer, here he is. Probably can find more, but not liking what I'm seeing on some of these with larger time frames. Ondo, that's an altcoin, has the no bueno setup. A lot of altcoins did not make new all-time highs in 2021, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now in 2025. And let's see, where else? What else was he saying? Oh, he posted something about John Deaton. We're going to talk about him in a little bit. I guess that was it on that. So, Altcoin Daily, I've been watching them since they first started, I think back around 2016. Breaking crypto market structure bill, aka the Clarity Act, in December and signed by Trump immediately following, per Coinbase CEO. Now, Eleanor Terrett, my heroine and my good friend, she's just a total sweetheart and a class act. she found me on Instagram when I got kicked off of X. It was made my day or month or whatever. Anyway, she just posted that it is tentatively penciled in to be talked about in December. So I don't know how much, I don't know if I'm going to hold my breath on this. Like I said in my last video, I'm getting the vibe that the Clarity Act is going to be pushed back, and we're just, not ready for that to happen right now, even though it was dangled in front of us. It's just all of a sudden it went away with the government shutdown. And so listen to the CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong.
To get the next iteration of their text out. So we've got a good chance, I think, of a markup for this bill in December, and hopefully get it to the president's desk shortly thereafter. This would be a big milestone to get crypto unlocked with clear rules in the US, which would benefit all companies. But of course, Coinbase wants to be the top crypto company, so we're working hard on product in the meantime as well. And December 17th, we've got our product event, which you can tune in on the live stream to see everything we've been building in the second half of this year. Thanks all of you for continuing to show up and contact your representatives and keep pushing for clear rules for crypto in the United States. We will keep doing our part here as well to try to make it happen. Thanks so much.
I hope it does happen. That would be awesome. That'd be a nice Christmas present. But for some reason, I'm just not seeing that. Here's Thinking Crypto posted this interesting video of one of my favorite people, Charles Hoskinson, talking about the Clarity Act. So I'm going to play you this one, then we're going to go listen to something he said back in the end of the summer, and you can see how things have changed. Charles is just a brilliant man, CEO and founder of Cardano, one of the best projects. It's been in the top 10 for most of its life. And you can watch a TED Talk that Charles did years ago where he's talking about how blockchain technology is going to change the world. Just a very brilliant man. And even besides him being brilliant, I just absolutely admire this guy, and his sense of humor is so funny. Let me see. Well, I have to go to his page. But just go ahead and listen to what he's saying about the Clarity Act now and the crypto market in terms of the legislation right now. Kind of a different tune than a couple months ago.
Everybody entered, myself included, 2025 thinking that the Trump administration was going to be
I heard today that some big deal on the internet went down, making all of X's videos slow, some cloud thing, so maybe that's why.
Positive for the ecosystem, because he's literally, the U.S. government has become a bag holder. It's like that's the biggest economy in the world, and it's gone from trying to kill crypto to embracing crypto. But sometimes by having the big guy hug you, they hug too hard, and they love too much, and it kind of crushes your ribs, kind of like Lum from Goonies. So
I love Charles' taste in movies. He's, I could just tell me and him, we could hang out and like watch a movie and, have a good time. He's just so, I don't know, he's just like my kind of normal. I'm not normal, but Charles is my kind of normal.
What we're having to contend with is the U.S. government, in a very hand-fisted way, has been, in some cases, a little unhelpful to the industry. So it created an irrational exuberance, and it interfered with our normal 4-year cycle that we have, and we're trying to sort all that stuff out.
We're trying to sort all that stuff out. Listen to what he was saying a couple months ago. When was this? This was October 7th. Listen to this.
Soon, Charles. How soon is this bull run?
I think after the Clarity Act passes, and there's a good chance that's going to pass in October, there's a really good possibility that we're going to see the altcoins pump. So Bitcoin will probably cap around.
See what I mean? He was saying there's a good chance we're going to see that in October. Folks, that's why when all this stuff went down and the government shut down and then it froze a lot of the ETFs, delayed the Clarity Act, just kind of took down the overall market sentiment, that's when my antenna went up and I said, wait a minute, I've seen this before where there's big news dangled and then all of a sudden it's like taken away or paused, and that's when I decided to make some moves. Now these moves are not, I don't give financial or investment advice. You all know that. Let's not be silly. But for me, I decided to take some profit and risk off of the table. Here's a little short from my Facebook page where I was explaining that.
Cryptocurrency ETFs delayed.
the Clarity Act delayed, all of that. I just made a conscious decision to take a significant amount of risk and profit off the table. I've been dollar cost averaging into this market for 9 years. So I just decided to go ahead and do that. I was looking at the market. It's basically butting up against all-time highs. I didn't see how we're going to sustain that with all of our good news, all of our promises suddenly taken away. However, the way that they were all taken away at the same time, basically, it would not surprise me if we see what we've seen in the past. And all of a sudden, tomorrow or Monday, next Monday, whenever we've reached a trade deal with China, the best in history. They're going to pay 30%, and we're going to pay 30%. Absolutely wonderful deal for everyone. It'll be great. It'll be tremendous. We see that. All of a sudden, the government's back open. The Clarity Act is passed in the Senate. The ETFs, all of a sudden, they're coming through. All of the good news returns, and we V-bottom out of this thing. I don't know if I don't think it's gonna look like a V-bottom now at this point. I don't know, it could, but I still do believe the way that everything kind of got disrupted all at the same time, we could get a just kidding, and the trade deal with China is done, and everything comes back. But for some reason, I am getting the feeling we may be in a weird little 1 year bear market, or kind of going sideways for a year until these things happen. But you can hear how Charles said in this video, we're trying to sort all that stuff out right now. So just interesting. But, this pullback, honestly, folks, excuse me, allergies. This pullback to me is a blessing. I mean, if we would have blasted off and Bitcoin would have went to 250,000, like Charles claims, here I'm going to show you Charles' page. He has the funniest stuff that he posts. Well, I can't find it on here, but he had a post from Jurassic Park where Jeff, what is it? Jeff Goldblum, the guy in the black leather in Jurassic Park, where he's like laying on the table and he got attacked by T-Rex and he survived. He's just laying there shirtless. He had a picture of that. And he put, we're going to see $250,000 Bitcoin when the Clarity Act signed. My body is ready. I just busted out laughing. He has my sense of humor. Let me see if I can find it. $250K. And 250,000 is also a prediction of Tom Lee's, the same number to the penny. I think that's kind of funny. Here it is. Remember I said that Giga Chad bull run is coming? We are going to see $250,000 Bitcoin and trillions enter the space for the alts. Genius and Clarity Acts will be the catalyst. I believe that's right, but we're just seeing a little hiccup, and he puts, my body is ready. I love Jurassic Park, the original. The new Jurassic World, yeah, it's great, and all the young kids think it's great, but I've never seen anybody watch the original Jurassic Park where that T-Rex flips over the car and those velociraptors are chasing the kids in the kitchen. Never seen anybody watch that where they're like not engaged. When you put that on, people be quiet and watch, because that's some of the best movie history ever. But anyway, I get off topic sometimes. Yes, Charles Hoskinson. Anyway, you can see there's a little hiccup, but I think it might just be some of the big boys saying, hey, how can we pull this train back to the station one more time to load up before this Clarity Act gets signed and all this? Because really, there's no big reason why it didn't all go down. Just, I don't know, the government shut down, and which is kind of nonsense because now we're back open, but all of a sudden we're not getting what we were supposed to get just 2 months ago. It's just kind of funny how it's just like somebody said, nope, we're putting the brakes on this stuff. But I view it as an opportunity. I was able to sell the top and not all, but take some nice profit up there. Excuse me. And it's not about going to the Bahamas or anything like that. I do want to travel, but I'm not blowing. This is not like fun money. This is going to be dry powder for this bear market. I want to, acquire some more Bitcoin, some more Ethereum. I think Ethereum at 3,000, 2,000 bucks, it could be like buying Bitcoin at 2 or 3,000 bucks back in the day. I really do. And I definitely want to get more XRP. I want to load up on Cardano. I think it's a great project. I mean, there's a ton of different ones for different reasons, but the ones that I like, it's almost sentimental because I watched their history and everything. Anyway, last thing I want to talk about is my friend John Deaton. He was an attorney who he was a crypto holder. He held XRP when the SEC sued Ripple, and he filed an amicus brief, which basically was him basically coming in support of Ripple and XRP holders saying, hey, this lawsuit tanked our investment and we're innocent. We're XRP holders and investors, and this hurt us. I mean, and it really did. It tanked. Here's the chart. This is XRP. Right when the lawsuit went, we were just going on the bull run. We would have had one of these big ones like this, but right there, and right after Christmas, well, actually, it was back in here in December of 2020. A lot of interesting things happened in the winter of 2020. And then we went on our bull run, but we just kind of didn't have the juice because of that lawsuit, and all of our sentiment got lost. So anyway, he filed the amicus brief. He's awesome. I've met him before. Watch this video.
You power through, start to finish. I'm John Deaton. I started with nothing, a broken home, battling poverty and violence, living on food stamps. But when I joined the Marines, I learned it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters how you do the job before you. So I kept pushing. I came to Massachusetts, earned my degree, and built a business from the ground up. With grit, determination, and hard work, Massachusetts gave me a chance, and it became my home.
Anyway, he's just awesome. He ran against Elizabeth Warren, who made her anti-crypto army. I thought it was just absolutely hilarious because obviously they did not win. She would get up there and say, cryptocurrencies, they are very dangerous and they're only for criminals and things. And the one day she said, it's going to blow up our economy. I busted out laughing when I heard her say that on the news. But let's see, here's a clip of John going up against her.
Defined by party. You notice it's Democrats are great, Republicans are bad. I got news for you, Senator. All of you suck in Congress. All of you. It's a broken system. I'm disrupting that system.
I love John. He is just awesome. I saw him walking around at XRP Vegas. He just looks like he's ready to kick somebody's butt in court. He's just awesome. Great American, great investor, great guy, just fierce. So do a little research on that, and I think I'm going to let you all go. It's been a good time. Hopefully soon I'll have my voice back, I'm hoping. So thanks for hanging out with me and talking crypto news. Please comment below and give me feedback, give me suggestions, tell me what you want to talk about, and I'll try to make it happen. Digital Asset Guy out. To all a good night.